Multiplying decimals. Each of the following questions have the same digits in different place values. So the first number for each of these involves a 27, or as we could refer to it as a 27 to begin with. The second number involves a 1304, which we can refer to as 1304. And if we multiply these two numbers together, we're going to get the digits that will be present in every single one of the answers to these three questions. The only thing we have to figure out is the place value after that. So the first one we're going to do is 27 times 1304. I'm going to break the 1304 up into three pieces, 1304, and the 27 up into 20 and 7. I'm going to multiply all these together. So we have 1,000 times 20, or in other words, 1 times 2 with 4 zeros in the end, giving us 20,000. We have 3 times 2 with 3 zeros in the end, so 6,000. We have 4 times 20, giving us 80. 7 times 1,000, giving us 7,000. 300 times 7, or 3 times 7 with 2 zeros, giving us 2,100. And 7 fours are 28. We're then going to add these numbers together, making sure that we're careful with place value. So as I'm lining these up, the 7,000 and the 6,000, I've got to make sure that they're not in the same column as that 2 for 20,000. We then have a 2,100, we then have an 80 and a 28. Adding all these up, in the first column, we're only going to get 8. In the second column, we're going to get an 8 plus 2 for 10. So we'll have a 0 carry the 1. In the third column, we're going to have a 1 plus that 1 that carried to give us 2. In the thousands column, we're going to have a 7 plus 6 for 13, plus 2 for 15. So we'll have 5 carry 1. And then that leaves a 2 plus 1 to give us 3 here. So 27 times 1,304 will equal 35,208. So the digits 35208 are all going to go into our answers for A, B, and C. It's just a case of where. In order to know where, we look at how many decimal places each question has. So in the first one, we have only 3 decimal places in the second number. There are none in the first. So our final answer has to have 3 decimal places in it. In our second number, we have 2 decimal places here, nothing more. So we're going to have 2 decimal places in our answer. And in the third one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decimal places here. So we're going to have 6 decimal places in our answer. So with the 3 decimal places in the first answer, we place 35,208 in, and that will give us the following number here. The second one, we're going to have a little bit extra. If we notice what I've highlighted in yellow and green here, and what I've underlined in the decimal places, we haven't actually considered the fact that the second number is bigger than 1,304. So there's actually 2 zeros that are going to go in the end. So what that means is for the second one, we're going to have 2 zeros on the end of our 35,208. Because our answer to a multiplication involving this number is going to be 100 times bigger than the multiplication involving that number. So when we place this into our 2 decimal points there, we're actually going to get 2 zeros here, aligning with the purple bit, followed by 8, 0, 2, 5, and 3, giving us that as our final answer. For the third one, we have a similar situation where that 27 isn't actually 27, it's 2,700 or 2,700. So we have an extra 2 zeros on the end again. So this number here is going to get placed into our structure, let's say, for this here. We have our 2 zeros at the end. We then have our 8, 0, 2, 5, and 3, giving us 3.5208. So this is our answer for C. This is our answer for B, which, because of the fact that it's a 0.00, I could just write that as 35,208. And for A, we have our answer of 35.208.